from the Naked News studios in Toronto, Canada, you're listening to Talk Naked.
If I had known you were going to be naked, I would have come and done this interview a lot sooner.
Not everyone was happy to sit quietly through quarantine. Longtime friend of Naked News and celebrated photographer Bruce Colero is never happy to sit quietly through any moment in his life. On set, he's known for his rapid-fire potty mouth when things are going good. I could only imagine the condition I would find him in when we touched base virtually months into all of the business closures and strict social distancing in effect. I was grateful for the technology between myself and this caged wild animal. As you're listening to this one, know that I sat for this talk naked. Let's dive right in. This is the one, the only, Bruce Colero. Hey!
How are you?
Hi, handsome Bruce. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Us, we're getting you sideways. Ooh, it feels good when you do it.
I'm learning some fucking new tricks here.
I'm into it. It's good to have you. So,
good to be
Bruce,
here.
Talk to us. We're a little further into quarantine now. How would you describe it?
It's fucking shit. It sucks.
It hasn't gotten better.
No. I mean, thankfully, Doug Ford's going to start opening up things more today. I have people in Alberta that are saying that restaurants are opening today at a 50% capacity. But 50% is still a slow death for a restaurant. Like, I have yet to see enough evidence to warrant sustaining this lockdown.
Yeah. Do you have a specific hit list, let's say, of the things that are pissing you off the most about quarantine and this whole experience? I have a feeling you do.
Yeah, I have a hit list about everything. There's a saying, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing, and I've never really understood that until now. So people get this modicum of a fucking nugget of knowledge, and then they apply it without any real merit. Mm-hmm. Now, at a time when there's such misinformation, we need to be careful as to what we believe. But at the end of the day, we need to do what works for us. Now, there are people that are scared to go out. There are people that are compromised. The elderly. I mean, what this has really shown us is the fucking abysmal way that we've treated the elderly in our country. That to me is the most reprehensible thing that we could have done. Mm. But, if you're scared or you're, compromised, stay home. I get it. But let the rest of us get to fucking work. Let's get on with our lives.
Yeah. How has this put any challenges into your work in photography?
Well, for the beginning, I had models that were supposed to be coming in from the States or from Europe. There's no flight, so that had to be pushed off. I've shot some girls in Canada. I just had a shoot last week. I have more shoots booked for next week. So it's going to be internal Canadian girls for the time being. But as of, I believe, next month, June 2nd, I think they're allowing for international travel.
Yeah. And that's a very exciting thing. I know I need it. When you are on set with these models, are you keeping them at the 12 feet, 6 feet distance, whatever it might be? Like, are you concerned at all about getting any touch of this virus in your own life?
No.
No, you're superhuman.
No, it's fucking bullshit. I'm fucking really healthy. My immune system's cranked. If I get it, I'll beat it. And I'm pretty sure, actually, if I'm being fucking honest, I'm pretty sure one of my employees gave it to me in fucking January anyway, and I beat it. Knocked me on my ass for like 2.5 weeks. I had follow-through symptoms for another 2.5 weeks, but I think what we'll find as this goes on is that a lot of people had it. There's a lot of asymptomatic people that have had it or have it, and they don't know it. And therefore, if that is indeed the case, that means the mortality rate is much lower than we're blowing it up to be.
100%.
Right.
So how did you get yourself out of it when you think you might have had it, when you were that sick?
I stopped working out for a couple of days, and I fucking just sucked it up, and that was it. I mean, here's the fucking bullshit thing that pisses me off. We're pushing for this vaccine and everything else, but 99% of the population that has had it has beat it. So we have it within ourselves to beat it on our own. Again, if you're elderly or compromised, a vaccine might be the way to go, but there's speculation that there's going to be a vaccine in this summer. In the history of our world, we've never developed a vaccine that quickly. So then you can start going into these conspiracy theories that maybe, this was released at a timely fashion so they could bring out the vaccine. It's news that whoever releases this vaccine stands to make hundreds of billions of dollars doing it. So that to me is a pretty good incentive. But I mean, you can follow these conspiracy theories all you want. At the end of the day, this is what we're dealing with. Either stay home or get the fuck on with your life.
But going on about these conspiracy theories, because I'm seeing more and more of them come up as, we continue to talk about this and experience it on this globe. What do you think the real origin story is? Do you think that there is maybe some kind of darker purpose as to how we got ourselves into such a global pandemic?
Well, Stephen and I had this conversation. Every election year, there's been a virus that's been released, going back to 2002. So it's a little coincidental that the Democrats are doing everything they can to fucking trash Trump. I'm not really into politics, and the fact that I know as much as I do just shows you how irritated I am with this situation that we're in. But I don't ever believe things are as they appear to be. I mean, it's just, there's too many things that are convenient about this virus. Do I believe that there is a virus? Of course. Do I believe it's as deadly as we are making it out to be? No, I do not fucking believe that. Do I believe it's everyone's catching it? Yeah, I mean, it is more contagious than the flu. I'll give people that. But I just don't see the reason for this lockdown, and I fucking do not see the reason why we need to maintain it. I have a lot of friends that are running businesses. They're struggling. I know gym owners that their whole livelihood has been this gym, and then after 10 years now it's in the shitter. They have to walk away from it. It's fucking bullshit. Yeah. Why do we get to determine that the LCBO is more important than, say, a comic book store that I'd like to go to?
Because there's alcoholics out there that
for sure. And I can understand the fact that someone who is an alcoholic, you don't want them going through the withdrawal symptoms. But then why did you close all the cannabis stores except the government-owned ones? Right? Like, you can't suck and blow at the same time. If you're going to make a fucking rule, make it applicable to everybody else.
Absolutely. So let's say a year from now, what are we going to be permanently changed? How are we going to be permanently changed by this?
I think we're very fickle as a society. I think we're just going to move on and forget all about it. Hopefully, at best, is that we can address the way that we are treating the elderly. I hope that changes. Past that, I just don't think anyone's going to give a fuck. A month or two from now, when this is all over, I'm going to go back to licking people's faces randomly in restaurants. I mean, we're just going to move on and forget about shit.
But they say that, restaurants in particular, we might be looking at waiters in full PPE with disposable menus and plastic cutlery. Like, this could mean an entire change to how we interact with each other. Like, do you think people will be as likely to go out to events and be as intimate with each other?
Well, there was a recent study done in the States that 40% of people will not attend restaurants or movie theaters.
Right.
They're just going to be afraid of doing so. And I fucking won't live in fear, dude. There's no fucking way. I'd rather die standing up than live on my knees.
Yeah. Supposedly the Academy Awards now have to consider streaming films because no one's going to the box office to go watch movies in theaters, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, what fucking are you watching? Everything's on Netflix now. All these, there's no new movies coming out. I believe there's some movies slated for July. My sister works in the movie industry. Actually, both my sisters do. And they postponed all the blockbuster movies, which sucks, man, because there's some fucking movies I want to see. But, it is what it is. Do you see how the little things bother me? It's not this global lockdown. It's the fact that fucking Morbius was supposed to come out and I can't fucking watch it.
Exactly. And the tradition of going to see it in a theater with everybody's goddamn energy and excitement, I require that.
Yes, me too.
That does bother me. So, Bruce, let's say you're the leader of this country, okay?
As I fucking should be.
That's right. Let's say that you've got that title. This is your responsibility. How would you get us out of this?
I'm not to be flippant to a question of that magnitude, but I would say that if you're sick, you're elderly, wear a fucking mask for all the good that does. I'll allow people to maintain their social distance if you want to fucking do that. But I think, dude, let the fucking stores open. Let the fucking gyms open, man. Like, the mental health and the physical deterioration of people not being able to work out. Open my fucking comic book store. Open my gun range so I can go fucking shoot. Like, give me my fucking shit to do. People want to do these things. And those that don't want to do, stay the fuck home. Fuck off. And don't fucking shame me for doing what I want to do, you fuckers. That fucking piss me off.
There's quite a bit of that in the chat right now, but I think you're used to it and quite comfortable with it, right?
Fuck them.
What's your outlet for all this rage? What do you do? How
I train twice a day.
Exercise the demon.
I have a gym here at the house, fully laid out, and I train twice a day.
And when you do go out and interact with the public, let's say going grocery shopping or whatever, protective gear, what does it look like? And do you think it's, you just go like that? Yeah, fuck that, yeah. Have you encountered people upset with you being perhaps too close to their perimeter?
I'll respect people's boundaries. I mean, if they're wigged out and they look a little weirded out, I'll graciously allow them to pass me or anything like that. I'm not I don't begrudge people their predilections. If they want to fucking do that, no problem. Fucking nobody better come and tell me to wear a fucking mask. I'll lose my shit.
Yeah. What would you say is the number one thing that our government, Justin Trudeau, is missing the whole point on right now? What's he missing?
A fucking balls, a brain. I think Trudeau is the fucking biggest pussy we've ever had. I'm so disappointed in him. Again, I have very little knowledge in politics, and the only knowledge that I have garnered is because I've been fucking trying to educate myself as best as I can. I think Doug Ford has been doing a great job based on the circumstances he's in. I don't trust Trudeau. I think he's a fucking weasel. And I think in politics, it's all self-serving. They're not doing what's good for the public. They're doing what's good for their themselves, right? And to me, why I should run this country is because I'm good. I don't need anything else. My rage at stores being closed, it's not because I need the money. My companies are still up and running. It's for people that I know are suffering. It's for people that are on fucking lockdown at home, the mental health. There was a report today that 75,000 people will have committed suicide during this coronavirus.
Oof.
Right? Like, fuck, man. Like, that to me could have been avoided.
Right. And I mean, the news media isn't necessarily making any of this comfortable for anybody. We're seeing high alert on every channel.
Dude, holy fuck, man.
About the deaths. Oh, yeah.
It's all fear-mongering. Like, I just want to smash these motherfuckers in the face. Like, instill hope in people. Fucking make people feel good about themselves. Give them a reason to get the fuck up. Yeah. It's just, again, reprehensible. All these medias, it's so fucking doom and gloom. I can't stand it.
Where do they get their information from? Where do you get yours?
See, that's the problem, though, because everybody has their bias. Everybody has their reasons for doing what they're doing. I think it's left to ourselves to try and get as much information as we can. And there's going to be truths and lies and half-truths, no matter where you look, for your opinion and against your opinion. So, for the most part, we're intelligent enough to figure out what works for us. Some people are dumb motherfuckers and they shouldn't be making any decisions and they should stop breeding. But for the most part, do what works for you, right? You want to shelter in place. You want to wear a mask. Like, why are these motherfuckers wearing a mask when they're driving by themselves in their own car? Like, really,
that one irritates me to the core. That one I don't understand. You're in your
stupidity.
car by yourself.
It's fucking stupidity. And we just aren't trying to better ourselves intellectually. And I can't fathom that.
So do you have a message for lawmakers, or I guess let's go straight to the point here, a message for Trudeau at this time?
Stop doing what's good for yourself and start doing what's good for the country. Stop listening. So here's the thing. Like, we have all these health officials that are saying they're proposing possible models. Now, as a health official, you're not an economist. So you know what you know, and you're not going to say anything that's going to put yourself in jeopardy. You're not going to say, yeah, let's open shit up. And then all of a sudden there's, a massive outbreak of infections. And you're like, oh, fuck, I fucked up, right? Because now it's on you. So any leader needs to take the opinions of the people around that he surrounds himself with and then make a decision that's best for the public. And that's what I would suggest. I mean, I just see too many examples of fucking, like the fucking gun ban that the fucking Trudeau, the pussy did. And I just see too many things that are self-serving and not what's good for the people.
Okay, let's go to a happier note then, Bruce. What about all those people on the front line, everyone who's working in hospitals, delivery drivers, garbage people? What's your message to them?
Fucking much respect, much gratitude, because you're doing things that most people won't do, and much respect to them.
Yeah. What are some of Bruce's tips for surviving quarantine for people that are at home saying, I'm uninspired, I don't know what to do, I'm falling into a hole of depression?
I know, man. I sympathize with those people. People need to find joy in whatever little nugget they can. Like, just in whatever you can find some kind of hope or enjoyment in. If it's just going for a walk in your backyard, or if it's, listening to Wham and having a tea, right? Just fucking playing with your pets. Do something that, makes you happy. Find things that inspire you. Learn something new. Fucking, instead of searching Pornhub, look at pets, or, educate yourself, better yourself. Go for that fucking walk. And if, do something that physically exerts you. I mean, I'm not going to do a plug for my company, but there's lots of things that you can do on a physical level in just a small area. Like, exercise is going to make you feel better, both mentally and physically. Do that. Do anything that makes you happy. Go jerk off the balcony and spray your jism all over the people below. Do what makes you happy.
Hopefully you have enough property to not be, in
It's a wide arc.
That's what I'm hoping for here. Well, Bruce, you're always so fun to talk to. Thanks so much for making some time today. And
thank you. You have a good day.
Stay strong, stay safe, all that jazz, all right?
Thank you. Have a good day.
Take care, Bruce.
Bye-bye.
Hope you just loved listening to Bruce Colero. Thanks for tuning in for Talk Naked. Remember to never miss an episode by liking, favoriting, and subscribing to this channel. We'll see you next time.